Hi everyone, how are you all? Being, I hope you are all being well. So my name is Isheshpal and welcome to my channel Sheshpal Mathswala. Previously, I have discussed the concept of incenters and we have discussed some of the formulas that we have already discussed in before video. I have discussed in yesterday's video. I have discussed the proof for the formula for area for the radius of the incircle in geometrical method. Right? You can check that video in the description box. Today we are going to discuss some of the modifications regarding sine rule. In the beginning of the chapter, I will start, I think in third video or something, I will discuss the concept of sine rule. Right? There I have explained and I have proved that A by sine A is equal to B by sine B is equal to C by sine C. Right? This is what we have discussed it in our past videos. Sine rule, A by sine A is equal to B by sine B is equal to C by sine C. And another important thing regarding solving some of the numericals, resolving some of the problems, I have considered that these three values, let it be a constant k. Let it be equal to a constant k. Right? Those who saw my problem videos, they can understand about this. A by sin A is equal to B by sin B is equal to C by sin C is something constant k. And I have said that equating this and this, I can get A is equal to k into sin A, B is equal to k into sin B, C is equal to k into sin C. Now I am discussing again the concept of sine rule because regarding the problem solving, I have considered that these three are equal to a constant k. Here I want to make you clear, is there any significance for this constant k? Is there anything that this constant explains us? Once again I am repeating, is there any new thing regarding this constant k? Is there anything that this constant is saying us? Is this constant gives us any extra information, any extra value? That's what I'm going to make you clear in this video. A is nothing but k sin A, B is equal to k sin B, C is equal to k sin C. Right? Area of triangle is equal to half A B sin C. Okay? Is equal to sin C is nothing but C by K. Half AB into C by K. Area of triangle is equal to ABC by 2K. Okay? Here K can be written as ABC by 2 delta. Okay? This K is nothing but ABC by 2 delta. Instead of writing here K, it can be written that ABC by 2 into area of triangle. In beginning, we have said that modification on sine rule. This is what I want to make you clear. Instead of writing K, here K can be written as ABC by 2 delta. Right? K is equal to ABC by 2 delta by this method. But still, it is not understood that what this expression is explaining to us. Okay? This thing is still a question. To make clear regarding what this K explains us, what this K says us, is it giving any extra value? ABC, we have got that K is equal to ABC by 2 delta. What this expression says, my question. In this video, I am going to make clear regarding the constant k. To make further, here is another important concept that we have to understand. That is X circle. In previous two videos, I have discussed in circle. In circle is nothing but let it be triangle A, B, C. A circle is drawn inside the triangle. Drawing a circle inside the triangle means we can draw infinite circles. Right? We can, like this, we can draw infinite circles. But what specifically this in circle mean? It means a circle that is drawn inside the triangle so that all the three sides act like tangents. All the three sides of the triangle act like tangents. This is what the specific thing regarding the incircles. This is what we have discussed, and this radius is smaller. And regarding this, we have saw some of the derivations and some of the formulas in our previous video. Like in similar manner, there is another concept that you have to understand, that is X circle. In the beginning of the concept of incircles, I have already explained you what is X circle. Let me recap once again. Here is a circle and there is a triangle inscribed in it. A, B, C. Here is the center of the circle. Let me join with the vertices. Its radius is capital R. For incircle, the radius is denoted with small r. Here it is denoted with capital R. Okay. A circle is drawn outside the triangle. If a circle is drawn outside the triangle, it can be drawn like this. Either it may be like this or it may be like this. Infinite circles can be drawn. But the specific thing regarding the X circle is the circle drawn outside the triangle so that it passes through all the vertices of the triangle. This is what the specific thing for the X circle. This thing what makes this circle as a unique. If not, here it is a triangle. We can draw drawing circle outside the triangle means we can draw like this. We can draw like this. Either we can draw like this also. Right? X circle is nothing but a circle drawn outside the triangle so that it passes through the three vertices of the triangle. It is called as X circle. Right? Let me draw this diagram neatly and make you clear with the concept. Okay. Angle A, angle B, angle C. Okay. Now, its radius is capital R, its radius capital R, its radius is capital R. Let me denote it with O. Okay. Now, here is a small concept regarding the circles, that is for a circle from the center. Let me draw two radius like this, and let me take a point and let me join these two. If this angle is alpha, listen, if this angle is alpha, then this angle is going to be 2 alpha. Okay, if this angle is alpha, then this angle is going to be twice the angle of this. And here is another special case. If the two radius are drawn like this and a point is chosen here and it is joined like this, here it is 180 degrees. Here if it is 2 alpha, then here is going to be alpha. If it is 180, then it is going to be 90. Right? This is the main thing. And the common concept is, if the angle made here is alpha, then the angle at the center is going to be twice of this angle. Okay? This is the main concept. I have explained this because I am going to use this concept in the concept of X circles. Okay? Now, angle A, let me say it is alpha and here it is beta. Okay? If here it is R, here it is R. Two sides are equal. So, their opposite angles are also equal. So, if it is alpha, then it is also going to be alpha. Let me extend this line. Okay? If it is alpha and it is alpha, then by exterior angle property says that here if it is alpha and it is beta, then this angle is going to be alpha plus beta. Exterior angle property. Right? The same property I am using here. Here if it is alpha and it is alpha, then here it is going to be 2 alpha. And if it is beta, then here is also going to be beta because their sides are equal, so their opposite angles are also equal. If it is beta, then this angle is also going to be 2 beta as per exterior angle property. Here alpha plus beta is nothing but A. Right? This whole angle is A. A is equal to alpha plus beta. Here it is 2 alpha plus 2 beta. 2 alpha plus 2 beta. It's nothing but 2A. Right? So this angle is going to be 2A. Indirectly I have explained the proof why the angle at here is twice the angle at here. Okay? Now similarly, here it is A, then here it is 2A. If here it is B, then here it is going to be 2B. Here it is C, then here it is going to be 2C. Okay? For a triangle ABC, side A, side B, side C, then area is going to be half AB sin C as well as half BC sin A as well as half AC sin B. Right? This concept I am going to use here. Area of triangle ABC. That is nothing but area of triangle ABC. It's nothing but area of triangle ABC. This whole triangle is equal to the sum of area of triangle of AOB plus BOC plus COA. Area of triangle ABC is nothing but area of triangle AOB, this part, plus area of triangle BOC, this part, plus area of triangle COA, this part. Area of this part plus this part plus this part. Adding these three, we are going to get the area of this whole triangle ABC. Okay? Now, area of triangle ABC is AOB. AOB. Half R square sin 2A. Half AB sin C. Right? half r square sine 2c. Okay. Sine 2a plus half r square sine 2b is equal to r square by 2 into, let me take this part as common from each and every term, so that I am going to get sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c. Okay. Now let me simplify sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c. Sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine, let me simplify it afterwards. Let me make the result clear. Area of triangle is nothing but r square by 2 into sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c. On simplifying this, I am going to get 4 into sine a into sine b into sine c. Okay, 2. Area of triangle is going to be 2r square into sine a, sine b, sine c. Here it is another formula for area of triangle. In further continuation of this chapter, we are going to come across huge many formulas regarding same area of triangle in different forms. So here is our new formula. Area of triangle is nothing but 2r square into sine a, sine b, sine c. Okay. Let me erase this part. Let me make clear how this sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c, we got 4 sine a, sine b, sine c. Right? Let me simplify it separately. Let me write this formula as area of triangle is equal to 2r square sine a, sine b, sine c. This is our new formula. Now let's understand how this sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c is going to be 4 sine a, sine b, sine c. Let me make this clear. Sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c. Okay. Sine a plus sine b. Sine a plus sine b is going to be 2 sine a plus b by 2 cos a minus b by 2. 2 sine a plus 2a plus 2b by 2 into cos 2a minus 2b by 2 plus 2 sine c cos c. 2 sine of a plus b into cos a minus b plus 2 sine c cos c. Sine of a plus b. Sine of a plus b is going to be sine c. 2 sine c cos a minus b plus 2 sine c cos c. Let me take 2 sine c as common. 2 sine c into cos of a minus b and plus cos c. Cos c can be written as minus cos a plus b. Cos of a minus b minus cos of a plus b. It is going to be 2 sine c into 2 sine a sine b. It's nothing but 4 sine a sine b sine c. In this way, we can prove that the sine 2a plus sine 2b plus the sine 2c is going to be 4 sine a sine b sine c. Okay. And for area of triangle, we have got 2r square into sine a sine b sine c. area of triangle delta. It can be written as half AB into sin C. Right? Half AB sin C is equal to 2R square sin A sin B into sin C. Right? Here sin C and sin C gets cancelled. AB is equal to 4R square sin A sin B. A by sin A, B by sin B is equal to 4R square. A by sin A, B by sin B. In sine rule, we have considered that A by sin A is equal to B by sin B is equal to C by sin C is going to be K. So A by sin A is going to be K and B by sin B is going to be K. K into K square is equal to 4R square. It means K is equal to 2R. See? Here is another thing. The constant K is nothing but twice the radius of the X circle. It means A by sin A is equal to B by sin B is equal to C by sin C. I am again coming to the sine rule. Is equal to K. This K says the diameter of X circle. Okay? Diameter of X circle. K is nothing but 2R. Let me write here as 2R. Here is a new thing. Instead of K, we have got another simple term, that is 2R. A by sin A is equal to B by sin B is equal to C by sin C is equal to 2R. Let me erase this part. Before the concept of X circle, I have said that A by sin A, we have discussed that K is equal to A, B, C by 2 delta. Here we have got K as 2R. It means it is going to be 2R. It means ABC by 2 delta is going to be 2R. It means the radius of the X circle is going to be ABC by 4 delta. It is our another formula for area of X circle. For radius of X circle, we have got delta by S. Similarly, for radius of X circle, we have got ABC by 4 delta. Here these are the 3 other new formulas. Okay. So that's it for this video. For further concepts, we will meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye.